Welcome to Paranormal Roads. I am headed directly into the evening sun, headed west to Iowa. And I haven't been to Iowa in years. We are headed to the Farrar Schoolhouse, kind of a last minute event that I was asked to join, partake in. Summer school event is what they're calling it. I appreciate Matt Bennett for asking me to come out. Adam Tillery is going to be there from Haunted Road Media with his book. He's a fantastic illustrator. He's done a number of projects with Haunted Road Media, and we have some more stuff coming up together. So it'll be good to see him because I haven't seen Adam in probably over 5 years. There's some other people that are going to be out there, paranormal endeavors, who I met at SilCon. They're going to be out there. You can watch them in the video from the Ghost Stories from SilCon. So good group. I was impressed by them. But this will be interesting because this is a location I've never done before. For me, it's a bit of a ways out there. You know, it wasn't really in the plans to hey, let's just make a trip down the road to Farrar. So getting the invitation to the event was like, yeah, let's do it. In fact, I was just talking to Adam on Edge of the Rabbit Hole. Vanessa and I were interviewing him a few weeks back, and he mentioned the Farrar Schoolhouse. So it's kind of, piggybacking on all of that. And then, the stuff at SilCon, connecting with people down there that are going to be up here. It's kind of the way the universe works. So, all right, I'm going to stop babbling. This is a road trip video, so we're going to get to some road trip stuff. All right, so let's move on. Good morning, on the road, got my coffee, we're cruising along, on the way to Farrar Schoolhouse. So it was pouring rain last night, no fun. You got the Iowa 80 footage, it had kind of cleared up by then, and then after I left, it poured some more. So far seems okay today, a little bit overcast. Kind of notes for the road, sometimes you end up at a place when you stop that you have to backtrack to get your coffee, which is what happened to me this morning. So I also got a blueberry muffin, which is good. Looking forward to Farrar Schoolhouse today. You'll be getting the footage of that here in seconds. I've got to wait about 2 hours. So hour and a half down the road, but it allots for time for me to do a few things. I think it's, for one, a professional courtesy to show up at least on time. I like to get there a little bit early, in case I need a little bit extra time to set up. Also, in case it's a location like this where I'm going to go ahead and get all kinds of pictures, and I can get a walkthrough in beforehand. That's great too. It kind of depends on the location. To me, it's always kind of better to get those alone or with as few people as possible. One, you get a lot of people out of the shot. Also, you get a feel for the building and the location and the energy that's there for me when there's fewer people around, so I can really kind of soak in what's going on and excuse all the noise. There's a lot of trucks on this highway, a lot of trucks. So be careful on the roads when you're on the Paranormal Roads. There can be a lot of trucks sometimes, and this particular highway has a lot of them. But yeah, I like to get that feel for the energy at a lot of these locations. So if I can get in there early, then that's fantastic. But just for one, professional courtesy, get there at least on time, if not early. That's what you got to be. I would not be late for my job, and I don't really consider this a job, but it is work. And there is that professional courtesy that should be extended.
One of us forgot to pack a shirt, but it's on the way.
Yeah. The Ministries of the Haunted, and it was Jamie? I'm sorry. Dustin and John.
Yep.
Okay.
here, there's been...
So all the equipment's still here. Oh wow, is that an old cast iron stove?
Yep. There's been known to be...
In here was the refrigerator.
It actually runs
About what, 30 foot down?
30 foot into the ground.
Yeah, as you can see.
They're trying to keep water cold?
They're actually starting to get a little cold. These were actually dead warm when we put them down there this
Oh,
morning.
So we're just running our test.
how long have you had them down there so far?
20 minutes.
Yeah, about 20, 30 minutes maybe.
Well, this was supposed to be like up to date at the
This
time, because I had
was-
read that there are a few people that actually opposed the building of this place, and they were citing like all the newer technology and.
This was actually, all the little single school townhouses got brought over to here because it was the only school that had running water, a telephone, all that they could actually centralize a location for.
Right. Yeah, all the modern conveniences of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my like, 4th or 5th time here. This is the library. You get some very weird mixed emotions in here. There's been stories about a guy who was sitting in the corner just by himself and he got rushed around with a bunch of energy, so he kind of got up and walked out for a little bit, and we kind of chalked it up to, if you're going to read a book, you're going to sit in the corner near the heater, get that little bit of warmth if it's the middle of winter, you're going to have that energy come around and sit down and be like, read us a story.
Right.
At our last investigation, I sat and read a book right there in that chair and had a lot of energy running up on me. And
I can actually feel it in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just walking in, I kind of, I feel it like I'm on my arms,
You
that,
feel like there's little kids attached to you, going, hey, come here, hey, come here.
yeah.
there's a lot of places in here that go get that.
This is by far a fun school.
Yeah.
I got the kids to drop the temperature in here last time we were here.
Oh, cool.
Full 4 degrees.
Responsive to the K2.
Oh, that's good.
It
Yeah.
was at 80 degrees in here, and I was sitting in that corner, and I go, please drop the temperature to 76 degrees. They got to 76.2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Julie, depart.
Dustin?
Hi.
Mike Ricksecker?
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Whoa!
Oh, careful.
I've never been here, so this is gonna be fun.
Well, you and me both.
Put their boots on the wall.
What used to be here?
Kids used to put their boots on
Was
there and
there?
stuff, yeah. It's warm, it was originally through the steam system.
I think in this room, they've seen an actual full body.
Oh, really?
I have had a couple experiences in here where during the very first Iowa Paracon, our team broke off and it was the free open room, and I was sitting up here and one of my buddies was sitting over there, and we just had a little Hot Wheel car sitting on the floor and it would start moving back and forth by itself. And we're just like, okay, well, we know you're here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. All right. There we go.
This actually was the art room.
Inside too.
Oh, all right.
We have the canisters that Jim was talking about.
Ah, the time capsules, okay. Right.
Which there is a funny story about the one. There
This one.
was a team running an investigation and they were running up on, I think, one of the floors up top, and they got a name of Hunter. That
Okay.
came through, and one of the girls came down and grabbed one of the canisters, pulled it out, and the first one she pulled out, the name Hunter was on.
Where's Hunter?
And the name was Hunter. As a
Nice.
friend.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
that was
One
pretty
of the floors, you'll actually see there's a small little banister that's sticking out of the wall. Originally, the wall wasn't there, it was an actual banister, but then I think it was the state made it where they had to keep it where it was safe. Yeah, these,
Oh, yeah.
all the walls used to be just straight.
Just like the rest of them, they were all open.
Right.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah, to be have it open like that? Yeah.
Imagine the woodwork.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Mr. Potato Head,
scared the crap out of me last
Will
night.
has told us countless times he will be in the most oddest of all places. You'll see him there. One time, I think Will said he came up, he was sitting on top of the lights.
We come up the stairs last night and He just was like, what is that?
He's sitting right there, huh?
Right here, and I turned on my flash. Where's the potato head?
You know, I don't really think that's an exit. You could, but I don't think you want to go out that way. What about up here?
That is the actual principal's office.
Is it open?
Yep. There's his desk and their little, like, filing storage cabinetry,
Oh, wow.
which is actually.
Oh, I like this. Got the old chairs and the brick right behind it. That's sweet.
Mike Ricksecker says you can tell he was not a lazy principal because he has come all the way up to the 34th and another flight of stairs up into
Some
the
of the
office.
old filing.
Oh, filing cabinet, yeah. Cool.
There,
Oh, now see. There we go. Dirty Dancing.
there is stories about him making himself really known during investigations. You cuss, he's on top of you, you know, just making a fool out of yourself, horseplay, stuff like that.
It's gonna rein you in.
He comes around.
He's a disciplinarian.
He's the disciplinarian.
Okay. Oh. So there is an auditorium with a stage. Nice.
Underneath these little front rows are actually lights. The original lighting.
Oh, nice.
William and Jacqueline actually got married on this stage. A lot of people classify this room as a sad room.
Why is that?
There's just a weird aura about it. And
We actually got a lot of hits, and intelligent hits on the K2. They would actually raise it up to the color light we're telling them to do that. And
Okay, there's a cool spot right here. I just felt it. I walked right into it. It was right like here.
yeah, right there. Just hold it.
It's just a little bit.
Right there. Yeah.
It's moving.
Yeah, it's moving around.
Oh, yeah, you'll get hit with
Okay,
this.
now I've got goosebumps.
there's a little tripod set up on the stage with a soccer ball on it. It's been knocked over, nobody moving.
When we were tearing down, me and one of our other investigators, I'm not sure. Did
To the back of my neck.
Yes. Okay, I'm not the only one. I'm
Yeah.
right behind me. I mean, I've got
Disembodied
goosebumps.
voice basically said, "Don't go." We couldn't
Oh.
tell if it was a female, male, but it was definitely a more child's voice.
Okay.
And it was, we didn't even have any recorders on. We were tearing down, and it was just through our ears, personal experience. And
Mike Ricksecker?
Mike, how you doing, buddy?
He's gone. All right, we'll go down the row. Adam?
Hi, I'm Adam Tillery. You may know me from Mike somehow, some way. He's my publisher for my book Mischievous, and of course you know Mike of Haunted Road Media.
And the group? Come on.
Oh, and the
We're
group.
investigating tonight.
The group? You talk about my group?
Yeah.
Our group? Us group?
Your group?
I'm Adam Tillery, of course, like I said. Totally messing this up. We're the Creeps Ghost Commandos. Next to me is my brother Alec. That's right. We're forming a bit of a super group here. So we'll get into other teams here. Be sure to get that guy too.
Yeah.
Right there, Matt.
Matt Bennett set this whole thing up.
That's right.
Well, it's not all my fault,
Well, okay.
but I had a big hand.
You had a big hand in it. You're,
talk.
you're the reason I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Super team, I'm Alec Tillery once again.
Getting Coyle.
So this is the Creeps Ghost Commandos, and on to the next team.
I'm Eric Klein, Team Lead Paranormal Endeavors, and this is Jared, Evidence Analyst.
Jared Osborne. Howdy, howdy.
What can we expect from you guys tonight?
Stick around for a little bit, kind of curious to see if it's going to be naughty or nice here for ours, both sides. I definitely brought my bag of tricks with some spiritual stuff in there, which I've had used before, not even on me so much, but guests and people are not as experienced. Someone could get overtaken, it's strong enough it could do that here. So I don't know what we're in for. I took him in the boiler room and he felt something he's never felt before.
Yeah, what were you feeling?
I've been around a while now in the spiritual, and the best way to describe it is if you're familiar with equipment that ghost hunters and ghost paranormal investigators look or use. It's called an SP7 spirit box. It randomly cycles the radio waves in order to at split microseconds, and that way there's no solid words, and all it is bits and pieces, and they form that together to create words. Well, that randomizing of energy of those frequencies is what I was feeling of the energy in the room. So it was this sickening vortex of time, space, everything just randomly just cycling.
Should be a great investigation tonight.
I think
Get
so.
on to it here in a few minutes.
Nightfall is here. Let's gear up and go. You'll see a couple lights in this dark room. Some green, some red, some blue. Come up to any one of those lights. Try and make your presence known to us if you can. Try grabbing at any of the devices. Try talking into any of the devices or any of the lights.
It's me walking.
That was annoying.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't a growl.
Okay. The reason we called that out,
Question, could
Yes,
this,
Raven.
could this K2 meter be going off because of my defibrillator?
you know, that's very possible.
That's an interesting question.
You know, it's really.
Now it's going to red, it was actually only into the yellow, now it's going into the red.
Because I've noticed it's on a rhythm.
It is, yeah.
It is on a rhythm.
But it's actually faster than what my heart's beating.
Yeah.
And I don't have a pacemaker, it doesn't constantly work. It's just a shock defibrillator if my heart goes too fast.
Okay. Yes.
Relocate the K2s?
That's what
Yep.
Very logical explanation. Thank you for that, Raven. So that's something you hear on TV. That's debunking basically. You're finding logical explanations to explain what most people think to be potential paranormal evidence.
Okay,
Let's
it's
hit the
not
red
me.
down there.
It's not me.
Nope.
Nope.
That's super
No.
strong.
Yeah.
If
Makes you wonder if there's something in the floor.
making that work, you can, personally, with my experience with that little device you're playing with over there, if you can make it go just to the orange, thank you. Now, stop. You got through. Relax. You're a little hyper.
just orange.
Now, make it go all the way red. Thank you. Now, we can use that as yes and no's. Orange can be no, red can be yes, and we can communicate with anybody in the room using that little device. Thank you. Got that figured out. But you've got to be calm. You can't be all fidgety on that. Thank you.
That's a little kid.
Yeah, it's flighty. It's so flighty.
It's a little boy, actually.
Stop, relax, breathe.
We know it's a new toy, and we know that the colors are really bright, and they're fun to play with.
Non-physical or physical, just like what we witnessed out there. So it can stir things up. Obviously, it really changed our environment.
If you're feeling an emotional overwhelm,
Or anger all of a sudden?
sit back and double check yourself and say, is this really me?
Back to where we were.
Affection is interesting. No, things happen.
It's not the first time it's happened.
Yeah,
He's trying to control it now because he's getting it to flash to orange
you
and
go.
back down.
thank you. You've seen this happen before here too, haven't you? But red for yes, orange for no.
It's okay, it's safe to answer the question.
You're not going to get in trouble. If it was somebody being naughty, we know.
I just got an overwhelming sense of fear come over me.
Dominant
Yeah.
is now
It's-
coming
it's-
out.
Yeah,
It's
the
not that
dominance
I'm-
here.
It's not that I'm afraid, it's that I got this sense of down my back, like really petrified, wanting to run kind of thing.
And notice how it stopped.
It's
That's the
totally
change.
dead.
Yep. It's like the loner kid that didn't stand out, and he was just always in his own little world, his own little corner, his own little thing, observing everyone. And it's like, it's okay, you can talk, you can speak up. didn't have a voice when you're alive. You've got a voice now.
I tried 5 minutes of it and see what happens. See if we get a shadow man over me again. Basically, I get a meditative state. You try to wash all the thoughts and feelings that you've had already for the day just out. You just surround yourself with a white light, basically. And again, this is not for just anyone to do, because it sometimes won't work for you, or you get yourself too vulnerable where something can do more than you bargained for. So basically, you set your boundaries with it. Say you're only allowed to maybe show me different visions of things, whatever feels most comfortable for you, or just don't do it at all, I guess would be the best advice if you don't feel comfortable. Basically, it's human dowsing rods. So if you're familiar with how dowsing rods work, they move in the direction of the energies and the point in that direction. My hands, my arms basically will do that. And it feels like magnets, like two magnets that you're trying to force together and they won't go. That's the energy that I feel when I do this. So I'm starting with them up.
I'm going to turn off the lights so that way it doesn't affect it.
I see water, splashing water. So cold breeze on my right hand as it's moving. Is there anybody over on the other side of the auditorium? Yes. Like a sensation of something crawling on the floor. The color blue. Noises, chills. Anybody else hear that noise? Like it got closer. Noise over to my left. Cold breeze on the left hand. Was that somebody's breath? No? I'm going to come out of it just a little bit here. That vision was a nice vision. Thank you for sharing that with me. Anyone else feel anything during that?
I haven't really done much in this room. Yeah. Finding out that all right?
Yeah, I'm plugged in.
How's it go?
So hopefully we'll get charged up and back in business. Or battery drainage, huh?
What the hell?
Anything happened upstairs?
It was just about to. It was like right, I mean, it went 3, 2. It was on 3, for a little while when we first started, but then it was like 2 for like a minute, and then it went all the way down to 1, and you could tell it was like just about to go, and I turned it off to try to save a little juice.
but I just want to make sure that it doesn't hurt you in any way. When I wave my hand near it, it doesn't hurt me at all. It just detects my presence. If you're under the age of 16, find the red light. And you're able to change the color of the light by touching it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a light show.
It took a little bit, but you figured it out.
It's not so bad.
You like the pretty lights, don't you?
Are you safe here? Wave your hand over the red light if you're safe. In this room.
Don't be afraid. We're just curious about you, who you are, where you're from. We want to reach out and become friends.
You tired of groups of people coming through here at night?
Are you a young girl?
Thank you.
Can you give us a number? How old are you? How old are you? Tell us how old you are. Yeah, so. I'm 11. 12 years old?
Can we confirm that you're 12 years old?
What's going on?
A lot of new visitors in the boiler room here.
Happened.
Are you okay with all these visitors here? We want to see you work. It's a big boom.
That was back there, wasn't it?
Jim. Give us one clear word. It said yes or no. Saw. What about 7?
Native American tribes that were in the area. A while back, on a public investigation like this, we were investigating outside, and we got a couple of responses that kind of related to the Native Americans in the area. There were responses that pointed in that direction. So what I did was research the natives that were in the area at the time, and they were Ota and Missouria, here in regional central Iowa. And I found a few words that I thought I'd try spitting out myself, because maybe that's just it. Maybe they don't understand the language we're saying. And the first word I used was aho, which means hello. And then I have raye, which means name. So real simple stuff, but nothing right away.
Aho?
Yeah,
Aho.
aho. Aho. Aho. Yeah, it's aho is a
generally transcendent between all the tribes is hello. It's where how came from.
All right. Tai means appear. Aho, Missouri. Okiche. What was that?
Mostly drumming.
That was Okiche. That was talk to or talk.
You made that little drumming song. Can you do it again, please?
Right.
If you understand what I'm asking you.
Hearing it sounded like it came from
Not normal.
G Sadage.
It's making sound.
Aho.
What was the word for name again?
Raye.
Aho, Rahe Mike. And sometimes when you're on the road, yeah, this is the journey back. Sometimes when you're on the road, you have to make some repairs. So, yeah, what we have going on is battery. Yeah, earlier this year was the fuel pump where I got stranded in Pennsylvania, and yeah, now it's the battery. So, you can see in order to get to the battery, I'm gonna have to remove the assembly for the air filter. I just gotta push that to the side, and then I can get in there. So let's get to work. Here's our finished work. The battery's in place. Air filter's back on tight. Does work. I was able to start up. And we'll be back on the road here in just a minute. Alright, back on the road after a great event. Hopefully this battery holds up. I have a sneaking suspicion it's my alternator. So we shall see. Okay. So great event last night. Great investigation. Some interesting things going on. Especially at the beginning with the K2 meter just going off like crazy, and the battery from my camera just draining. I'm watching the bar. It was completely, charged up. So, and then boom, it was gone. As quickly as it come, it was gone. I had problems all the rest of the night. We tried to charge up the battery and get the camera going and that sort of thing. So that was a little difficult to deal with. And really for me last night, I was having a hard time feeling it. I had the whole drive out there. I really only got a couple hours of sleep because I was driving through the rain. It just took a lot longer than it was supposed to for me to get out and drive there and all that. I was just having a bit of a tough time with feeling the energy. You walk into a location like that, you want to feel that energy, you want to be able to feel what's going on, and I immediately, through the initial walkthrough earlier in the day, in the library area, I felt something brush my arm, start feeling, that sort of thing that I usually get in my arms when something's nearby. And then I started feeling some cold spots in the auditorium. And, later on though, it was just, I was tired. And, you get about, a lot of people in the room like that, and you start feeling everybody's energy. And I couldn't discern, from other people and what may be going on in the room. So yeah, I was just having a hard time feeling it last night. So I definitely want to go back. There's some interesting stuff going on there. Yeah, great location. So make it out to Farrar Schoolhouse if you can. And in case I am going to wrap up this Paranormal Roads, thank you for joining me for this one out in Iowa. Hopefully I will be able to continue on this journey safely. So, until... Oh shit, it was the alternator. Well, 2 hours later, more than 2 hours later, we're back on the road. Yeah, it took them about 2 hours to fix it, but you know, there was some time before that as they assessed the situation and all of that fun stuff. Got the bill. It's part of the adventure, is what I like to say. Last time, it was much worse. I was on the on-ramp between interstates, and I had to have a tow truck come get me and all kinds of crazy stuff. I had to wait until the next day to get it repaired. So that was a lot of crazy stuff with that one. That was a lot more expensive too. So we'll try to wrap up this video again. This has been Paranormal Roads, Farrar Schoolhouse edition. I'm still in Iowa. I'm about to cross into Illinois. So technically be in Shauna's state here. Although, unfortunately, I will not see Shauna on this trip. I'll see her next weekend, which will be good. So as I am about to depart Iowa, I am about to leave this video once and for all. So, as always, if you liked the video, please go ahead, give it that thumbs up. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you thought of the walkthrough, the investigation. If you've been to Farrar before, let me know what your experiences have been. Please share out the video. Let others see it as well. And if you have not yet, please subscribe. Until next time.
Okay. Oh, a fire furnace.
All the